today I think I'm just gonna do an eye look because I'm feeling creative. My juices are flowing. My mind
so powerful.
With the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, Bling Boss. And honestly, I bought this last summer and I never used it. Don't really know. Prime my eyes. I'm gonna just put this on. Okay. Then I'm gonna take the e.l.f. concealer brush and I'm gonna just blend that out. So, kind of wanted this to be like a chit chat, get ready with me style, but like I don't know what to chit chat about. Like, summer's coming to an end. To be hot girl fall or smart girl fall, if anything, because y'all's going back to school. Me, not so much.
Working girl fall. What's new?
But anywho, what else is there to talk about? Oh my god, Normani. Sis, the things that you've done in the past week, girl, amazing, revolutionary, fantastic. I'm gonna go in with this Profusion Pro Contour palette. It literally looks like the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. It's actually pretty bomb. I kind of ruined this banana shade because I dipped my sponge into it while it was wet. So there's that. But I actually, it's so funny to me that people like don't set their concealer or their like eyeshadow base. Eyeshadow base when they do eyeshadow. I think that's so weird. I have such an oily face that I can't even fathom that. Like, I can't. I kind of want to go into Hush Hush, but don't feel like that is like the move for me. I think I'm gonna go into the actual Jaclyn Hill palette, maybe. I'm gonna go into the original Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm gonna go in with this Wet n Wild brush, blending brush, and I'm gonna go into this like brown right here. Let's see what this does for me. Probably nothing much, but we want a base. We definitely want a base down, you know, because sis, when she do that, it ain't going back. But oh, back to Normani. That's what we were talking about. Normani, sis. Like, when I get my body right, body tight, back in shape, that's what I want to look like. Like, oh, she looks so good in that video. So good. And like the way she danced, like just her dancing in general. Like a professional, revolutionary icon. When she was on that like basketball court and she did the little pirouette, whatever you want to call it, her turn, and bounced the basketball off her knee. Get you naked, but I won't tell them, 'cause you know that there's no. And then turn around and bounce the basketball off her butt. How? I'm just asking for a friend. I want to know how.
How?
Because I can't even dribble a basketball with my hands. So I'm confused. I'm gonna go in with sparks flying everywhere, you know, stars and moons and sunshine. I'm gonna start on the outer V. I like to like pat it in, and then I like to blend it out. So then I'm gonna just like a purple look, because last night my friend Maddie came over and I was like, oh, let me do your makeup, I would love this, like it's gonna be so much fun. And like, she is of the Caucasian complexion, so all of these like colorful looks that I've ever done have always been on myself, or like I've done a like colorful look on my mom before, and like I don't know, like I just have never done a colorful look on a white girl. Let's just say she looked like Ursula's daughter. It was like not a good time, not gonna lie. It was definitely not a good time. She's looking okay. I love the bruised eye look. She's snatched. What else is real popular these days? I just ordered the Jackie Aina collab with Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm so excited. I've never been more excited in my life for like a makeup collab, or even just like to receive something like that. Like the last time I was so excited about like a shadow, like a palette, was the Morphe 39 color Dare to Create palette. They did that when James Charles was like the face of the palette. It was like the holiday collection. I think that's the last time I was like so excited for a palette. I only own like one Anastasia palette because none of the other ones really interested me. Like Modern Renaissance, yeah, the Modern Renaissance is so popular, everyone loves it. I just never could get into it.
Yeah, get into it.
Like I just was never interested in it. I'm gonna go into Mystic now, but I just was never interested in it. I just never felt like the colors would look good on me. Like I don't know, I just was not a fan. And I'm sure it's beautiful on other girls, but just for me it just wasn't something that I was interested in. Subculture palette, clearly a flop, like, which is kind of sad because I feel like if that was formulated correctly, that it would have been such a nice palette. Like I even bought Makeup Revolution like Reloaded palette that is like a dupe for it, and even this palette like just didn't work. And I think it's such a pretty color scheme that it's like annoying to me that it didn't work. But I don't know, man, I don't know. I'm just really excited for the Jackie Aina palette, and I think it's even more exciting because it's a black content creator, a black makeup artist that is doing this collab, because I feel like you don't see that happen with like big brands. Like It's My Ray Ray did a collab with BH Cosmetics, which was bomb. I love their collab. I use their brushes every day. It's like funny that it's not that I don't like the Anastasia palettes, because this Soft Glam palette, this is used and abused, okay? This palette's really good. The formula is so good. Other palettes just never spoke to me. I don't know. I have this like Makeup Revolution palette that's a dupe for the Norvina palette, and then I think this is kind of a dupe for the Modern Renaissance palette, but I haven't used them yet. But they were also $7, so $42 to $7. I'll take these. And you know what? It's funny because the Makeup Revolution palettes, like the Reloaded palettes, I haven't used any of their other palettes, but the Reloaded palettes are so good. Like, so good. I am so excited for that palette. Jackie Aina is probably like my one of, or actually my favorite beauty YouTuber. Like, she's so funny. She just seems like she's just such a genuine person that it's just so refreshing to watch someone like that who can be themselves like unapologetically. because I feel like it's kind of hard. Well, not even kind of hard. It depends on who you are as a person. But I think when people or YouTubers or beauty influencers, when they get a lot of money and they get a lot of exposure and they become, I guess, a big deal, and they have all these collabs and things like that, like, they become jerks. Period.
Nothing else to say, like, period. Period.
Period.
Yeah,
Period.
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 Period. They become jerks. And they think they're better than everyone else, or they start to think that they're better than people and that they're above certain things. And like, ugh, it's just so refreshing to like see a content creator or just a beauty blogger, beauty YouTuber, like just be so genuine and herself unapologetically and like so kind and nice. And like, just to give an example, like the whole Olivia Jade situation, Aunt Becky from Full House, her daughter, she has had her return to Instagram because she took a couple months off because of the scandal. The fact that her parents literally paid for her and her sister to get into a college of her choice that she didn't really care about because she doesn't care about school, and she said it herself. And she returned to Instagram, and she literally tagged like Daily Mail, I don't even know, just major news outlets, and she tagged them with her middle fingers up. Cause press. Like, Olivia don't need no press, clearly. I don't get that. And then not only that, but she posted it and then put like a word block on her Instagram, like that post. So literally, if you look at the post and you look at all of the comments, not only are they all from verified people, like they're literally like all YouTubers saying queen, like icon. So you're so big and bad, you're so hoard that you literally had to block out certain words in your comments. Imagine being raised like that. Imagine being raised to believe that you're above everyone and nobody else's opinion matters. Nobody else matters, really, actually, not even opinion. That nobody else matters and that you can do whatever you want because there's no consequences for you. Like, imagine that. Can't really relate. I'm absolutely disgusted by that. I think she's ridiculous. Like, how could you just be okay with that? Ugh, Jordan Woods. I want to talk about her because sis is out there literally living her best life. Not let the little scandal of the Kardashians bring her down, because sis is out there living her girl summer black girl life. And if anybody watched the like Life of Kylie show that was on for like literally one season, but I feel like going back in with that brown that I used to blend the shades earlier, I watched the first season, and probably the only season, and I don't know, you could just tell that Jordan was kind of always in Kylie's shadow. You could just tell that she didn't really have her own identity outside of Kylie and like her own life, which is like kind of sad, like low-key sad, or actually high-key sad. And Kylie was definitely very dependent on Jordan, and that Khloe definitely was wrong with the way she handled it, because sis, how you gonna get mad at, like, this is clearly just like old news anyway, but I just didn't understand her logic of like her getting mad at Jordan because ultimately, like, your man has already cheated on you before. Like, this is not news. This is not new news. Like, we all know this. You know this. Jordan knows it. He knows it. Be better. Like, hello. Did not get it at all. And I probably never will get it. On the show, I always thought Jordan was so boring. And clearly, she's not. Meg the Stallion.
Sis, how your knees do that?
Cause mine crack. Started an epidemic. All these like black women on the come up of just like being themselves. Good thing I waited a year to use it. For my last trick, I think I'm gonna go into Pizzazz right here. I'm going to Pizzazz. It's a Morphe M507. Go right here, right there, just like in the middle. A little something. Maybe a little more. I'm gonna spray it with something. Milani, make it last. I'm gonna do a little pizzazz. Oh yeah, that's a little better. That's definitely a little bit better. It's so pretty. Yeah, that's pretty. I like that. Oh my god, that's so pretty. I was gonna go in with the shade Glitz and Glam, but since I put that like matte shade down, I think it's the shade called Pukey in her original Jaclyn Hill palette with Morphe. 39. Dare to Create. No. I don't know what the shade is called, but I used that a lot when I did like more neutral colors or more neutral looks, like everyday looks. So I'm gonna actually I think I'm gonna go in that with that color. But yeah, that was definitely Pukey. I think this is CBN, whatever that is, or whatever that means. I'm gonna just go in with this e.l.f. tiny concealer brush. Yeah, let's see what this looks like. I'm gonna get a load of it on my brush. I'm gonna spray it. Let's see what this looks like. Let's talk about the drama with her lipsticks. I was actually really interested in one of the shades, like this like brownie nude shade, because I just feel like I can never find a nude. Like, I can never find a nude that's not too pale pink without having to put like so much brown liner on. I just can never find a nude that I really like. You have a nude from ColourPop. It was the collab with Makeup Shayla. I have one of the nudes that she came out with, which I like. Super matte, so I don't like wearing it every day. I think I'm gonna actually top this inner shade, this inner corner shade, with Glitz and Glam in her Bling Boss palette. But I was like low-key gonna buy one of her lipsticks, and then literally not even a week later the news broke that her lipsticks just did not have, oh, this color actually looks like the one in her original palette, but I don't know, like, I kind of feel bad for her. Granted, yes, she did rush into it. Yes, like, it was her fault. Like, she didn't do the quality control that she should have, and she didn't, I think she was so excited about these lipsticks that she didn't even think about it. She didn't think about it twice. I don't know. I think she was just like,
I'm gonna prove the haters wrong. I'm gonna put all of this out. Like, I don't care.
And I feel bad for her because I feel like every time she puts something out, there's something wrong with the product. She's not a bad person. I really don't get that vibe from her. But I think she definitely is impulsive. And it kind of sucks. That sucks when, you know, especially you're in the spotlight all the time. And I just feel bad for her. But I'm actually not, this is like a really good palette. Like, I'm not mad at it. I know there was drama with these palettes and the batch and stuff being like skippy. This is like the first time I'm ever really using this palette and like putting the mattes and stuff to use, and they look pretty good to me. I don't know about you, but they look pretty good to me. I don't know, I could be wrong. I mean, even with this palette, her original palette, I think something was wrong with these palettes. Like, they had to remake palettes just like they had to do with these palettes. So I don't know, I think she an announcement on her Instagram or on the Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics Instagram, and it looks like they're coming out with new products. So I guess we'll see how that goes. I hope that she has learned from her past mistakes, that's for sure, because I think after this, if she doesn't get it together, nobody's gonna be here for it. Like, I mean nobody, because I know after this launch, if she don't get it together, then I'm not buying I'm not buying nothing from her. I am not spending my hard-earned coin on any of her products, because what's the point if it's gonna be a flop, you know? So now I'm just lining with the NYX matte liner, and this is probably my favorite liner ever. I don't know if I should just do a line or I should do a wing. I think a wing is too much, so I think I'm gonna just do a line. Speaking makeup wise, people who do their eyeshadow after they do their face makeup, can't relate, never been there, can't do it. Like, I like touch my face so much and like lean on my face so much that I can't even imagine doing that. So now I'm gonna go in with some lashes. I love the Kiss has like this like lash couture line that they do, and then they have yeah, lash couture. I love this style for like more dramatic, or yeah, for a little more dramatic looks. Like, I usually use these for like a colorful look. These are like a good everyday lash. I do like these. They're very wispy. They almost look like lash extensions. And then I do have, wherever they went, I don't know where they went, I do have these other Kiss lashes. These, I think they're called Beehive. I'm pretty sure they're called Beehive. I think they are. These are really good lashes for like eye looks, because I'm not fond of like when people do eye looks and then they have this crazy lash where you can't even see the look. What's the point? So I'm gonna actually go in with Beehive, I think, today. I believe that's the inner corner, but I'm gonna actually trim these because that's a little too long for my liking. Favorite lash glue. My friends hate it because they say it takes their eyelashes off, but like, I just never have found another lash glue that has actually stayed and like haven't like had my inner corners lifting and have my lashes blowing off in the wind in the winter. Like, I just can't do with that. So Ulta 9 buckaroonies. So yeah, this is the Tarte. This is the black version of the lash glue. Such a good lash glue. You just have to be careful, because it's not like my friends were wrong. It definitely will rip out your lashes if you're not careful, but it is a really nice lash glue. I like it. So I'm gonna wait for that to dry. I'm just gonna trim the other one and off camera, and I'll be back.
Let you